done pretty much what he wants. There's the uppercut and a little left hook. The counterpunching of Adams is what's been really effective.
Yeah, Nestor Garza trying to work his way in with a lift, but there he gets countered with a good right uppercut and a left hook that landed flush on the jaw and on the temple. Nestor Garza trying to work again. There we see another angle there. There's that jab. There comes that right uppercut right to the jaw and that left hook that stopped Nestor from going forward.
Let me emphasize now, I believe Bones Adams can go right at that eye if he wants to.
He can do anything he feels like now. We're in the 5th round. If this fight is stopped because of that cut, they will go to the scorecards. And if you wonder whether Bones Adams won that last round, he landed 20 punches to only 3 by Nestor Garza, and he threw almost 3 times as many punches. So that was a big round for Bones Adams.
And right off the bat, he's going towards the right side.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know, Nestor Garza's having trouble trying to figure out Bones Adams. I mean, Bones Adams is doing a real good job. He's boxing good, he's moving good, he's counter punching good. As you see right there, he doesn't give Nestor Garza too much of an angle to try to set that power punch because he clinches him.
It's a very big ring here at the Mandalay Bay, and he's using.
I've got to think that Nestor knows that he needs to step it up, because with the blood flowing and Bones is now out of the 4-round limit, he's got to know that he has to go in there and press the issue.
And there's another clash of hairs by both fighters. I mean, you know, but Nestor Garza getting a little bit of the worst part of that.
Bones Adams continues to stick and move and looking very good through this round.
And look at the way he's moving to his right. He wants to land right hands out. He's not throwing left hooks. He knows he can land it right on that eye. He can bust it open, and guess what? They'll go to the scorecards, and his dream has come true then.
And
right there, he looked like he backslapped a good left jab to that cut of Nestor Garza.
Garza continues to be active. The Bones Adams continues to elude him and put on a boxing display.
This is the type of fight that Bones Adams needs to do right here.
That was a pretty solid ride, and then Garza tries to step inside, and Bones Adams, as he's been doing, just slips the punches. Working the jab.
There's one thing that Nestor Garza has very great difficulty with. It is lateral movement, and you can see that Bones Adams is giving him plenty of that, but counter-punching while he's doing it.
Well, you know, I do believe that every time you fight a good, hard puncher, they have to put their feet steady on the ground. Oh,
Bones Adams has knocked down El Tigre.
And I don't think he was able to get up. He got connected with a good left, with a good right, and then a good left hook. Obviously, he got up. He's in real good shape.
Nestor Garza gets up again, but Bones Adams applying the pressure to the chin. We'll see if El Tigre can survive a savage punch from Bones Adams.
And here we see the person with less power showing the power.
Big rights again from Bones Adams, trying to finish the job.
Nestor Garza's in trouble right now.
Coming in, everyone thought Bones was a live underdog, and he is showing you why right here. What is Danny Romero thinking? He could have had this fight. That isn't to say he was going to do this, but give Adams credit for stepping in and taking advantage of the opportunity.
As a matter of fact, in the press conference, Bones Adams thanked Danny Romero because now he has a shot and he's definitely winning this fight. But Nestor Garza...
And they're calling in the doctor to check the cut, I believe.
Come on, give it. Let me work, Doc. Let me work, Doc. You're in my way. You're in my way now, Doc. He's fine. Está bien. Hold on.
Okay, if he's not taking unnecessary punishment, I'm going to stop.
Here's where Bones Adams was able to land a crunching right hand and then follow it up with a left and send Nestor Garza down. Counter-punching is the name of the game for Bones Adams.
There's that jab and that overhand right and that good left uppercut to finish. Right there, he falls down, and it just doesn't look like he's going to get up. There we see Nestor Garza working his way, trying to work his way in, but there comes that overhand right on the jaw, flush on the jaw with that right up, with that left uppercut that landed on the jaw too. That sent Nestor Garza to the ground.
That was two of the cleanest shots that you'll ever see, and Nestor Garza somehow is still up and going, and that's why he's so dangerous. But Bones Adams has fought a beautiful fight so far, hoping that the dream will come true tonight as the jab works inside on the chin of Garza. Garza's in all kinds of trouble. He's bleeding, he's been knocked down twice, and frankly, he needs to unload.
Bones Adams did not go to the Olympics as an amateur. At 16, he decided to turn pro. He and his dad weren't fond of the politics of amateur boxing. Of course, it isn't much better in the pros, is it? And they found that out. However, now their long wait could be over as their son, 10 years and plus into his pro career, has a genuine shot now at a world title.
You know, sometimes, you know, the fighters that don't go to the that don't do too many amateur fights or don't go to the Olympics, they think a little less of them quite sometimes. But, you know, here we have Bones Adams who didn't want to go, who didn't even try out for the Olympics or didn't even do it as an amateur. He's doing a very good job, and he has a chance of becoming a world champion tonight.
I think that big left hook did a little bit of damage there, Al.
Well, Garza shows you he's still dangerous. But now Bones Adams in the last 2 rounds has stepped up the pace with his jab. That's become an even more increasing weapon for him. But again, do not even now count out Nestor Garza because he's still a big puncher and he's dangerous.
You always have to be aware of Nestor Garza. His power can come at any time. Bones Adams, on the other hand, he has a good solid chin. We haven't seen him go down.
He's never been down as a pro, so that's one of the big pluses for him.
You also got to remember he has a game plan. He's a very intelligent fighter. He knows what he has to do.
He has a lot of experience, and he's doing it right there.
That's exactly what he's doing. Coming in behind the jab, doing a good job boxing, going to the body.
And I do believe, and I do believe that he has more experience than Nestor Garza, who's the champion.
You're probably right about that. He certainly seems to have more weapons.
Right.
Under 1 minute left, round 6. Good little combination inside for Bones Adams once again.
This is a beautiful exhibition of boxing.
Exactly.
This is what the quintessential boxer-puncher scenario. The man that's moving and showing lateral movement but stopping long enough to throw nice combinations and punch. Good overhand right by Garza, and that was one of his best shots of the fight.
Right now, as you were saying, a counter puncher, a boxer, and the power puncher. Right now, it just seems that Bones Adams is the power puncher. I mean, he's had Nestor Garza hurt a couple of times already. Nestor's trying to find a way to get in and trying to stop Bones Adams from fighting the way he's fighting, but he's having trouble trying to connect punches himself.
He just missed by 2 feet with that left and then a right, and that one snuck in a little bit. But as we go to the end of this round, it's been a great show so far. Al Bernstein will take us through the highlights of what so far has been Bones Adams as we listen in. First, we'll listen into Bones' corner.
We ain't gonna change a thing, okay? You hear me?
We look back in this fight, key moments in round 3. Clash of heads that created a very bad cut over the eye of Garza. A little layoff for Bones Adams so he could get it into the 5th round where they could go to the scorecards if the fight was stopped, and he went to work and knocked down Nestor Garza and showed his power. So now Bones Adams is in a position where he can very easily take advantage of things.
Feel strong? Me? Yeah. How's the legs feel?
I see his...
You look great. You look great. Come on, come on.
Now that was a great exchange. You
Yeah,
feel
it was.
strong? Me? Yeah, I guess so.
You see how calm he is. I see his father behind the corner over there just pacing back and forth because he knows what's going on in this fight. We're halfway home for these two fighters in a scheduled 12-rounder, so there's a lot to go, and Garza's stepping up the pressure. But so far, I think they got the eye a little bit under control, Genaro.
Yeah, the cut hasn't become any type of a weapon, you know, for the referee to stop the fight or for Bones Adams to win this the title right now. You know, Nestor Garza is in there and he's trying to fight as a world champion. He's trying to find a way to get into Bones Adams, but there's just no possibility of getting in there because Bones Adams is using his head. He's moving, he's grabbing, and he's doing what he has to do to win this fight.
Adams has landed 106 punches to only 36 for Garza, so clearly outlanding him by a huge margin, throwing almost 3-1 in terms of more punches than Garza. I've seen Bones Adams fight a number of times, called a number of his fights, and he's fought well before. He has never fought this well. This is the best Bones Adams has fought. At the age of 25, he's clearly coming into his own. His body has filled out more. Everything about him looks better tonight than it has ever looked before. And of course, he fought well against Orlando Canizales before losing that bid because of the shoulder problem years ago when he tried for a bantamweight title.
And that one went 11 rounds.
Yeah,
been unbeaten in his last 14 fights, so maybe everything you're talking about Al's been coming together for him at this point.
He's more mature at 25. When he had that first title shot, he was still a teenager. So it's, you know, that's not easy.
And Bones Adams is a person, even though he's hurt, because he did fight with his jaw broken in the Canizales fight, from what he said, that he had got it broken in the 3rd round. He continued fighting until the 11th round, where he got connected again with the right hand that just dropped the jaw, and that's what forced the TKO on him.
Tough young man.
Very tough.
Oh,
nice right. Quick inside. Now an uppercut to Nestor Garza.
And he has Nestor kind of wobbly a little bit.
He has him wobbly, but he knows to back off.
When you push Garza back, though, he's in trouble. He's not a fighter that fights well going backward. I'm even surprised he's not going after him a little more.
There he goes again. He's a little wobbly. Good right hand. Nestor Garza's in trouble once again. He's absorbing punishment, right to left. Combinations inside. Garza won't go down, so far trying to fight his way out of it. But Bones Adams showing